Hello, I'm Dick Corsell, and welcome to Community Care Network Connections. Community Care Network is the parent organization of Rutland Mental Health Services and Rutland Community Programs. And today's program, we are going to talk about an exciting new program as part of the Rutland Mental Health Services family of programs. And this is the College Steps program. And joining me today on the show is Jessalyn Gustin. Jessalyn is the director of the community support team for our community access program, which is developmental services program for Rutland Mental Health Services. Patty Moore is the director of the College Steps program at Castleton State College. Welcome, Patty.
Thank you.
And Dash Monder is a student at Castleton State College in the College Steps program. So we are here to talk about this exciting program. And the reason we're doing this is because we had the opportunity at the annual meeting of Community Care Network back in November to hear about a program that was really, that a lot of people just didn't know about. And the more that people heard about it, and Dash was kind enough to come to the annual meeting and do a presentation, as was Patty, people were really excited about it and wanted to learn more. And we thought, what a great opportunity to have you guys on and talk about this really great program. So really am thankful that you're here today. So welcome.
Thank you.
We always start, Jessalyn has been a frequent guest on the Connection show because there's a lot of things that are happening in the CAP program, the Community Access Program for Rutland Mental Health Services. But it's always good to just revisit for people that may not be aware of all the services that you provide for developmental services for CAP under Rutland Mental Health, to just talk a little bit about that program in general.
Okay. So we're the nonprofit agency that serves individuals in Rutland County with developmental and intellectual disabilities through the spectrum of life, childhood all the way to the end of life. There's an array of services, everything from service coordination, residential supports, community supports as we talked about, employment supports, there's nursing consultations, psychiatric supports. It's a huge spectrum, and the way the services are guided for each individual is based on what their needs are, and really helping people to achieve what they need with the, whatever the supports could be. It might be residential combined with service coordination, or employment combined with service coordination.
Yeah, and we've featured a number of programs, and actually one of the earlier programs that we did for Community Care Network Connections was about the Westview Court program of CAP, which is a fantastic residential program. But we're here today to talk about something that's really new, and it's an exciting collaboration. And that's one of the things that this agency does a lot of, is outreach and collaboration. Because regardless of the diversity of an agency and its programming, in order to be successful and really integrated in the community, you reach out to community partners, and we're very lucky that this collaboration has been made with Castleton State College and the College Steps. So I'm going to start out with Patty, who's the director of this program at Castleton, and who knows the CAP program at Rutland Mental Health very, very well, to talk a little bit about the College Steps program. This was a great presentation that was done back at the annual meeting. I think a lot of people are going to be very interested to know what this is.
Yes, we were excited to be at the annual meeting, and we're very excited to be here as well. So College Steps program is a small, independent, nonprofit program, and our mission is to provide young Vermont students with varying academic abilities a post-secondary education experience and opportunity. And we are collaborating not only with CAP and Rutland Mental Health, but also Castleton State College. We started there this fall, and we have 4 students currently in the program.
That's great. I want to talk a little bit more in a bit, Patty, about some of the things that the College Steps program does. I think
Definitely.
A lot of people are going to be very interested in hearing that. We're going to start, Jessalyn, by asking you, how did you guys become aware of the College Steps program? How did that come about, this relationship with Castleton State College, and as Patty said, College Steps, which is a national organization that does these programs?
So Career Choices, our supported employment program, was at a statewide meeting where there was a presentation from the College Steps program that was functioning out of Johnson State. And it really just struck a chord for us. I mean, we're always looking to expand opportunities for the individuals that we support. We've always supported post-secondary as an option for individuals, but this program is very unique in the holistic approach it takes and the social component, the academic component, that sometimes maybe community college or adult ed doesn't necessarily offer to the students. So when we heard about the program, it seemed like something that we would be just a sure fit for Rutland County, and a lot of people that couldn't access it at Johnson State because it would require either relocating or travel that wasn't feasible. So we approached them just saying, I think that this is something that our community would embrace, and I know that there's a number of individuals that would really benefit from this. So that's how they came to Rutland, and really from there, we both CAP and College Steps program met with Castleton, and they, there was no hesitation on their behalf either. It was something that they just really embraced, and it seemed very naturally. It worked perfect. So it's been a pretty seamless transition.
Very seamless. The nice thing about the College Steps program too, Dick, is that we're a very mobile unit. All we need is to partner with local agencies like CAP and state colleges. We right now have collaborations with obviously Castleton State College, but also Johnson State College, and we're hoping to really expand that for all Vermont students. And like Jess had said earlier, we have 4 different components to our program. Academic, which is students taking classes, socialization, getting part of the club, making those relationships, vocational, which is career planning. We talk a lot about career, what it means to have a career, what your career might be, and goal planning, as well as independent living skills. And that involves public transportation, time management, and then also getting ready for after college if they might want to have their own apartments. We talk about those skills as well. So it's a program that really encompasses everything. And it's such a nice opportunity to have a collaboration with CAP because we can work together on those skills. So it's a very seamless transition, as Jess had said earlier. And as far as a collaboration with Castleton, we work really closely with that community as well.
Let's talk a little bit about how that relationship works. And Dash, we're going to get right to you because I think that's what most people are going to be very interested in learning about what your experience has been like as a student at Castleton in this program. But how did the relationship with Castleton start, and then how does that relationship work in terms of your presence on campus, who you work with at the college? I mean, how is this transition, or not the transition, but how's this collaboration really working, and how have you had a transition to this collaboration?
Mm-hmm. We've definitely been very successful. We work closely with the whole campus community. We have peer mentors that help with the students and with myself, and they are the traditional 4-year matriculated students. So they're peers for everybody. And they do all sorts of help in class, out of class with homework, getting involved in the social clubs, introducing them to different students around the campus. We also work really closely with the faculty, the staff, the administrators. I talk to professors about accommodations that might be needed, progress in the class, and we also talk a lot about accomplishments because we're having so many accomplishments on campus. So that's how we've gotten to do the transition planning for Castleton. And everybody at Castleton has been really, really open. We do a lot of monthly meetings with the CAP staff as well, with home visits, talking to them, sending notes about how everybody is doing as well. And they've come to visit us for lunch and to see how well we're doing on campus.
So let me ask you, Jessalyn, these young people that are part of the College Steps program, like Dash, are all of the people that are part of the College Steps now, were they people that you have been working with in the past, or are people that perhaps may not have been aware of the services of CAP and became aware of the College Steps program contacting you to try to get involved? What does the composition look like?
This is the first year, so this year it was primarily students that we were working with previously or had met, that we already knew had an interest in going to school. Going into this next year, we are finding that people are hearing about this really word of mouth, and that is introducing them to CAP services. So it's very much a cutting edge, evolving collaboration, and I think it will change. I think we're going to watch it evolve really from here forward. So.
Well, and I know one of the ways it's going to evolve are going to be these bright young people like Dash. Dash was at the annual meeting back in November, along with, I believe, two or three other students in the College Steps program. And what was great for all of us that were there was to hear about the things that you were engaged in as being part of the Castleton community and in being a college student, because obviously this looked like it was something that was your passion, and I know you've got a lot of skills in that area. So I want to just ask Dash first, how did you find out about the College Steps program? I mean, what made you say, gosh, I'd like to really try this out. I want to go to college at Castleton?
Well, I heard it from Jessalyn when I was her case management student. She turned me on to this College Steps program, and I was really interested into going to Castleton State College, and I kind of learned it through her about how to do this and what to do, and I really, really wanted to go there, and it looked like a really cool place to go to. So I wanted to learn what college life was like and what to do there and what classes were like and how to learn everything from the point of view of other college students.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that was great to hear, is at the annual meeting, Jessalyn, when we were talking about this, and Patty and presenting and Dash, we're all this is fantastic. I mean, this is a regular college experience, and hearing. Dash, you've completed one semester. You're in your second semester. Talk a little bit. Let the people at home know a little bit what it's been like. I mean, what's a typical day look like for you at Castleton, and what are some things that you're getting involved in at the college?
Well, I was learning about doing some artwork. I was taking an introduction to studio arts class, and I was learning that on linear volumetrics. It's a really difficult type of art, but it was really interesting and really very cool to learn. A lot of other arts in that class to learn. I'm getting involved, and I'm also getting involved with the Castleton Spartan newspaper, and I've already written like 5 reviews of video games into the paper already. And I also a part of the Gamer Crafters Guild. They're a game designing group that are designing video games on the computer, and also I'm part of the Airsoft Paintball Club, and I'm really interested in learning about Airsoft Paintball, and I really never played Airsoft or Paintball, and I also was involved with the Human Zombie War game, and it was a very, very interesting game to learn, and it was a lot of fun.
Hearing this kind of makes you want to go back to school.
Oh, it definitely makes you want to go back to school.
What's a typical day like for you, Dash? What are some of the courses? Let's talk actually about your last semester. You mentioned some of the courses that you were taking. You're a typical Castleton student. What's a day like for you? I mean, what does it look like when you get over there?
Well, I usually go have lunch first thing on Mondays and Tuesdays, but on Wednesday I go to class about 8:30, and the class starts at about 9, which I go right to the Fine Arts Centers where my class is taking place for Introduction to Studio Arts, and I really like to learn a lot more in the art department of stuff like that, and I like to follow my sister's footsteps of film and television.
Cool.
That's fantastic. Well, Castleton has a very strong program in that. What are some of the things that you like best about being at Castleton? Because this was your first semester, so now you're in your second semester. What are some of the best things about being over there? And I mean for you personally too. I mean, what's this been like for you, for Dash Monder, as a young man, to be on campus? What's it felt like for you?
Well, it's a very good feeling, and I've already made like at least 3 or 4 new friends while I was at Castleton, and I got a couple of their numbers, and it's a great feeling to make some new friends and learn new things in the college life.
That's great. I want to shift gears just a little bit, Jessalyn, to talk about how you work with the students in this program as well. Dash has just described a lot of the things that he's doing over there, and of course, Patty is involved in support. But what is CAP doing now? I mean, Dash is becoming very independent. He's a college kid now.
Yeah.
And how are you helping Dash and the other students in the College Steps program to ensure that this great work that they're doing continues and is just the beginning of a great future?
The cool thing about these two organizations working together is that a lot of our core values are very much the same about just supporting people in what their dreams are. So I think we do a lot of work, as the STEPS program does, around talking about your dreams and kind of the steps you need to take to get to that point. So as Patty mentioned, we have teams of support that get together and kind of talk about where are you at, how can we help you, what's the next step. More of the kind of nuts and bolts of what we do. We help people get on and off campus. We assure that there's funding available to help pay for the tuition and the programmatic costs. And really, we support the process. I think we're kind of the behind the scenes wraparound support. If there's parents that have questions or concerns, we're really there to say, this is something that we can help you support your son or daughter in. So I think those are the wraparound supports that we provide to the students.
Well, let's talk a little bit more, Patty, in terms of some of the plans. I mean, this program is relatively new.
Correct.
And from what we're hearing from Dash and what we heard from the other young students, this program sounds like it could have a significant appeal to lots of people. And this is a forum and an opportunity for young people and their parents who may not know about this program to learn more about it. But you're starting with 4 here in CAP, and I suspect that you're not going to stop there. So what are some of the things that you're looking at doing to expand this program? Where are you looking at expanding, and just kind of general information about how you're looking at the future?
Yeah, we're definitely looking to grow, and there are so many people out there that are very interested in the program. We are having an open house on January 29th from 12:30 to 2 over at Castleton State College at Hoff Hall. And I would invite anybody that's interested in learning more to come to that. And we will have panel discussions for families, students, peer mentors. There'll be some Castleton faculty on hand to answer questions as well. Next year, we are hoping to have 4 more additional students on campus. And we also are doing a really exciting collaboration and becoming transition providers for the state, and have a program called Next Steps. And this program will allow for high school students in the area, their senior year, that are academically struggling to kind of try out college life. It'll be a nice primer for them to see if college is something they want to do. So they would come over to campus and follow the same routine. So they have the 4 academic components of academics, socialization, independence, and vocational setting. They'll come over anywhere from 4 to 8 hours per week in their senior year of high school to try out our program. So that's one of the exciting endeavors that we're looking to do next year. And then continue being successful with our students now. The nice thing is the 4 students that we have this year, obviously next year will be mentors to the new students. And they will be incredible because they know their way around campus and all the workings of Castleton better than any of us.
Right.
They always inform me about what's going on in campus and all the cool things that are happening over there.
So let's talk a little bit about Dash in terms of how long are you in the College Steps program? How does this actually work? And then what happens when you're done? I mean, how does that transition work? Because I get the sense that Dash is probably looking at continuing his education and, like you said, following in the footsteps of your sister. And I have no doubt you'll succeed in that. But let's talk a little bit about how does this work? How long are you in the program for, and what are you looking at doing when you come out?
Well, I'm going to be in this program for 2 years, and I'm possibly wanting to learn some more in the art and film department, and I'm wanting to learn more, and I am hoping to teach these new students, one of these new 4 students that are going to be coming in soon, and I would like to be a great mentor to these new students, and I would like to help these students learn their way around, know their way around the place, know their way around this entire campus. It's a really big campus. It's a very beautiful place. It's really nice. And I like to learn a lot of other things while I'm still there. And I was hoping to continue my next 2 years in this Castleton College.
So Dash is on a track called Steps to Success, and it's a 2-year program with anywhere from 15 to 18 credit hours. And the nice thing is, and especially in Dash's case, because he's doing so well, after the College Steps program 2 years is done, you know, he's taken classes for letter grade that will roll over so he can work on his associate's or bachelor's degree, so that he will be going on. And we right now are picking classes for the College Steps students in the 2-year track. All the classes are towards what they want to do as a career goal. So for Dash, who's taking a lot in art, we're planning to do hopefully some creative writing classes as well, because he'd like to do to be an author.
Yeah.
He's got lots of aspirations. So we're trying to hit on all those, and I don't think we can do it all in 2 years. So the nice thing is we're also setting him up to continue on his education.
Yeah, and that's obviously evident from Dash's presentation and today that you obviously want this to continue. What seems nice is the fact that there are these supports. I mean, Dash, you're talking about being a mentor to other young people. It is for anyone. Your first experience at college can be very daunting. I mean, and you're right, Dash. That Castleton has grown exponentially over the years. It's a wonderful campus, and there's a lot of great things going on over there. Do you take advantage of some of the extracurricular activities? There's a great football team, and there's lots of great things, athletic, theater, music, wonderful things. How do you get yourself involved in the life of the college?
Well, it's a very confusing start when you first get into the college life. It's confusing at first, but once you get after you've gotten a little further into the first semester, you start to get to know what to do and what you're doing around the campus, and starting to learn everything else, and starting to make new friends, and trying to make some friends and stuff like that, and learning new things in your classes, and wanting to do extracurricular activities like football and any of the other sports teams. But I'm not planning on joining any of the sports teams yet. But I was hoping if there would be a possibility if they could create a bowling team, and I would like to teach other students how to play bowling, because I love bowling, and I used to play bowling when I was in high school for the unified sports team.
Great.
Our students have done various things, the 4 students we have on campus. We have a young man that has a radio show on WIUV. On Mondays 1 to 2, it's a heavy metal hour. We've had a young lady be a part of the cheerleading team and cheer at some home football games. And the nice thing is they're building those relationships. So when they're done with college, you never know, those relationships might come full circle. They might meet those friends that they've made at Castleton. We've had peer mentors that are involved, like an ice hockey team. So the women's ice hockey team, which plays on Friday.
Yes, they do. And the Rutland Herald Invitational.
Exactly. We'll be having students go cheer on their fellow student at that ice hockey game. And then we've had students join activities like the Pink Floyd Light Show back in the fall. So they take advantage of the campus offerings, definitely take advantage of the campus offerings.
Yeah, and that's so important because one of the things is Dash continues his education and develops your career path. Having that college experience is so wonderful.
Exactly.
And there are so many things to do over at Castleton and so many great people to do them with. Let me ask you, Dash, what for this coming semester, what are some of the things you're looking forward at doing? Because you've had a semester under your belt, so you're getting to be a pro. You're not going to be the new kid on the block anymore. You're getting to be more of a seasoned veteran. What are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to making some more new friends and learning new things in my new class or new classes, if possible, to get 2 classes in this second semester, like a journalism class and possibly sculpture one. But Patty is still looking forward to that, and she's trying to get all of her Shen in order for me to get into that class. And I would like to learn how to do sculpturing and possibly some journalism on being like a good author to write books, because I've been writing a lot of stories myself, and it's a very good feeling to learn new things while I'm at Castleton, and I would like to have some more things to go on under my belt.
And it will be great, when Dash is putting out resumes for careers, that he can say that he was a member of the Spartan newspaper and wrote articles that have been published, and that he's had that experience.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal experience. That's fantastic that you're able to do that. I want to ask Jessalyn, because we've talked a lot when you've been on the show. You work with a lot of different agencies, other not-for-profits. Why is a collaboration like this important for CAP? Because you do a lot of things. I mean, CAP is a very busy and integrated program within Rutland Mental Health Services. But why is something like the College Steps program important for Rutland?
And I think we've talked about this before too, the importance of diversity and how that really impacts and improves the lives of all people. Having a mix of diverse experiences and being able to bring that to the table, and the many minds together create great things. And we're seeing that on campus because Dash's experience is wonderful, just as wonderful as the peer mentors that are Castleton students that participate in this program, and the professors that participate in this program too. There's a benefit for it reaches very wide, and I think having communities that embrace this kind of diversity and really saying, when you set the bar high for people, people usually are able to surpass our expectations of what they're capable of. And this is really just a good way of showing people that, and to be, the second county that's really embraced this. I think we should be very proud of that. So,
Definitely. And the collaboration with CAP has been just absolutely incredible and very supportive of each other. We all work as a great team, and we're the whole piece of pie. It doesn't work until all of us are working together and working towards the same mission and goal, which we are. We also do a lot of collaboration and are supported by Voc Rehab, as well as Vermont Department of Aging and Independent Living. So Vermont is supporting the College Steps program and our mission for folks to have goals and to have careers and self-esteem, and making those relationships and connections that we all have and need to be successful in life.
How will if somebody that may be watching this particular program may know of somebody, a young person like Dash, and think, wow, this would be great for this young person to get involved, how would they find out more about the College Steps program? What's the best way to get in touch with somebody?
There's lots of different ways. So I think Patty talked about the open house that will be happening on the 29th. I would definitely encourage people to come to that and get firsthand information.
And again, that is at what time again was that, Patty?
12:30 to 2 on January 29th at Castleton State College, Hoff Hall.
Okay, good.
And also to contact the Community Access Program. You can just call the reception desk and either really just ask for wanting more information around the College Steps program, or contact Patty directly through the website.
Definitely.
Or
people can contact me at Castleton. My contact information there is 802-468-1706. They can also send me an email, which is just patty@collegesteps.org. And College Steps program also has a website that they can get more information on as well. And I would be happy to answer questions that anybody has, potential students or community members that are just interested in the program.
Yeah, one last, as we're closing up, Dash, you'll be a mentor to a new student, probably this coming academic year. What advice are you going to give that young person? What are you going to tell them to help them with their transition to being a college student?
Well, I would tell them to not give up and try to learn new things while they're there for their first time at Castleton, and learn what college life is like. It's not all about having fun and doing all that, playing games and stuff like that all day. It's just a learning experience, and like learning in classes and having lunch with friends. And there's a lot of friendships and a lot of relationships and a lot of entertainment in the game rooms, and lots of stuff to do while you're there, and a lot of music to listen to while you're in the buildings, and listening to the radio, and possibly learn some new things in class. And have fun in the experience of college life.
Well, that's great. Well, I want to thank you guys for being on the show. This is a great topic. We've been talking about the College Steps program, which is a joint venture of Rutland Mental Health Services Community Access Program, the College Steps program, and Castleton State College. I want to thank my guest, Jessalyn Gustin from CAP, Patty Moore from the College Step program, and Dash Monder, a student at Castleton State College. So I want to thank you guys for joining us. This was a great program.
Thank you.
You're
And I'm
quite
Dick
welcome.
Porcel, and you've been watching Community Care Network Connections.